What's happening, good people? I ordered a new MacBook Pro, the 14-inch. Had a 1 terabyte of storage, 32 gigs of RAM. I went a little bit modest on the M2 Pro chip. I got the 16-core GPU, the 10-core CPU. But then I canceled the order. Let's talk about why. So the last Mac I had in my studio was a 2017 iMac. It had the i7 Intel chip in it. Has 32 gigs RAM and a terabyte of storage. In the past month, it's become really laggy with a lot of the stuff I've been doing with it, and I do a lot more audio production than I do video production on it. But overall, it was very laggy, and it got to the point where it wouldn't restart. It was definitely time now, since my machine was on its last legs, to go ahead and make the switch. What I do a lot of in my studio is independent work. I have an M2 iPad Pro that I use for a lot of video work now, and it's doing great. But I was going to need something for audio work, and I thought certainly I need to spec out something similar to what I had with my iMac, so I went with the MacBook Pro. At one point I was configuring a M2 Max chip, which was just too much for my workflow and what I do on a day-to-day. I have a day job that I hold down, and this is my side gig. It's my side hustle. And with that in mind, I decided to back up, reevaluate, and think, what do I actually need? What does a middle-aged creator who does audio production and video production, shoots on his iPhone, edits on his iPad, has some music that he produces on the side, what do I really need? And can I really justify $3,000 to $4,000 on a laptop? And the answer was no, quite simply. Apple's marketing is great. I love Apple products, love technology. However, I had to do a reality check. What exactly do I need? When I saw the performance of the M2 Air in day-to-day operations with people doing recording functions, throwing on plugins, virtual instruments, guitar amp simulators. These are the things that I do on a day-to-day with my old machine, and I'll do with the new machine. When I started seeing those, it became apparent I did not need the machine that I had ordered. What I needed was something a bit more modest, especially with the unified RAM, the upgraded processing power I was getting, going from the Intel-based Mac to an M2 Pro-based Mac. So I reevaluated everything. Turns out I think a Mac Mini is going to do me just fine. So with that in mind, I went with a Mac Mini, a very modest Mac Mini, with the Mac Mini M2 Pro with 16 gigabytes of RAM and only 512 gigabytes of storage. I have a lot of SSD external storage, a lot of things like this right here, and some other external storage that's SSD that's a little bit faster that I have on the way, so I can get it up to 2 terabytes of SSD storage. It's a very modest price. I have monitors, I have keyboards, I have everything I need. I just needed a new machine, and the M2 Mac Mini should do the job. As always, I thank everybody for watching, taking the time, and spending time with me. Welcome to all the new subscribers. It's making me feel amazing that I've got people who are interested in what I have to say. I'm going to keep cranking out as much content as I can for you guys. Thank you so much. Take care of yourselves.